Imagine a civilization so meticulously ordered, so obsessively driven by mathematical precision, that a mere 54-second delay on its transit arteries is deemed an institutional failure, while running 30 seconds early forces a public confession of error. Yet, this very same society builds its towering glass monoliths on a subterranean furnace, resting directly upon the volatile, bleeding fractures of the Pacific Ring of Fire. Welcome back, fellow travelers, to another journey into the world's forgotten corners. This is the great paradox of Japan. We look at Tokyo from afar, seeing only a bioluminescent sea of neon, a futuristic megalopolis that appears to have bypassed the laws of nature. But as we step beyond the flashing billboards, we are forced to confront a striking geographic reality that mainstream accounts rarely emphasize. 70% of this country remains an untouched wilderness. It is a wild, vertical realm guarded by mysterious primordial forests and towering mountains, where ancient Shinto and Buddhist traditions still hold deep reverence over the landscape. Humanity has chosen to compress itself into the remaining 30% of the land. With more than 100 active volcanoes breathing steam into the atmosphere, and over 1,500 earthquakes trembling through the bedrock annually, tomorrow is never guaranteed here. Our collective journey will take us through the neon power plant of Tokyo to the slow, ancient pulse of Kyoto's Zen gardens, before confronting the profound resilience of Hiroshima and Nagasaki, cities that rose from the ashes of total destruction to become sentinels of world peace. We will scale the deceptive, labyrinthine walls of Himeji Castle, witness the communal survival of Shirakawa-go under 3 meters of snow, and travel from the sub-zero Arctic wilderness of Hokkaido down to the sun-drenched centenarians of tropical Okinawa. When you live on land that can violently shift beneath your feet at any moment, precision becomes a form of respect for time. You see it in the famous Shinkansen bullet trains as they streak across the countryside with almost obsessive precision. This is where cold, cutting-edge technology meets the profound, quiet poetry of daily existence. Every simple gesture, from the way an express train glides into a station to the silent bow exchange between strangers, holds centuries of meaning. It is a collective consciousness that balances the roar of modernity with an underlying reverence for the temporary, fleeting nature of all things. Join me as we step across the threshold of the Torii Gates to uncover the ancient, unbroken spirit of a nation that continuously reinvents its future while keeping its millennial mystery entirely intact. To understand the profound depth of how a society preserves its identity while moving forward, we must follow this path directly into the contrasting landscapes of Tokyo and Kyoto. As your companion on this journey, I have often stared at the glass monoliths of Tokyo, wondering how a place so overwhelmingly vast can simultaneously harbor secrets that date back over 1,000 years, existing as a beautiful, living time capsule split across 2 distinct geographic realities. It is easy to feel completely small here, swallowed by an ocean of skyscrapers that seem to merge seamlessly with the heavy gray sky. In the heart of this massive urban organism, the Shibuya district pulses like a human power plant. I have stood amidst the synchronized crowd that gathers at its iconic intersection, watching thousands of individuals cross paths every 120 seconds in a perfectly orchestrated wave of kinetic energy. Yet, just as the city threatens to overwhelm your senses, it reveals its quiet resilience. As dawn breaks over the metropolitan horizon, the focus shifts to the vast floor of the Toyosu fish market. Here, heavy steel blades cut through frozen tuna with an ancestral accuracy passed down through generations, while the comforting scent of freshly cooked rice wafts from small restaurant doors, anchoring the morning in quiet tradition. Rising squarely among these futuristic towers, the Sensoji Temple stands completely resilient, acting as a silent witness to a lost era. As you watch thick plumes of incense rise toward the sky, the heavy, rhythmic toll of the temple bell marks time, reminding the passing crowds of something deeply philosophical, that modern empires are fleeting, but the spiritual core remains unbroken. At night, this city transforms into a bioluminescent organism. In Akihabara, the electronics district, brilliant neon lights illuminate towering stores dedicated to technology and video games. Yet, just a few kilometers away, the narrow vintage alleys of Shimokitazawa preserve a slow-paced charm that feels completely untouched by the surrounding concrete wilderness. Beneath the Rainbow Bridge, the city lights reflect in the bay, creating a true artificial constellation that forces us to wonder where human engineering ends and nature begins. Traveling southward, the frantic energy dissolves, and we step across a threshold where time itself begins to flow differently. Welcome to Kyoto, a sanctuary defined by approximately 1,600 temples, where the sacred and the profane continue to dance together in perfect harmony. In the dry landscape Zen garden of Ryoanji, 15 ancient stones emerge from a vast sea of raked gravel. Sitting on the wooden viewing platform, you begin to realize that this garden defies logic. It is a miniature universe designed to force the human mind to slow down and confront its own inner noise. At the break of day, the quiet, preserved wooden alleys of the Gion district echo with the soft click of sandals. The Maiko, apprentice geishas, traverse the morning mist in their hand-woven kimonos, which are true living works of art created using techniques unchanged for centuries. In the traditional tea houses, the rhythm of daily life is still measured by the slow, deliberate boiling of water. Across the city, the morning sun strikes the golden pavilion of Kinkakuji. The pavilion rises on 3 floors, each built in a radically different architectural style. On the slopes of Fushimi Inari, thousands of vibrant vermilion torii gates form a winding, shaded tunnel that climbs deep into the sacred mountain. Walking through this corridor of shadows and light, you realize that every single gate tells a deeply human story. A private wish, a business prayer, or an inscription of gratitude left by a soul that walked this path before us. The best time to experience this world is certainly April, when the cherry trees finally awaken from their winter slumber. The delicate petals dance in the mountain air like pink snow, transforming the ancient capital into a world beautifully suspended between reality and dream, forcing us to realize that true beauty is found not in permanence, but in the graceful transition of time. There are coordinates on this planet whose names have been heavily weighted down by tragic headlines, locked away in the collective mind as places defined solely by their darkest hours. Consider Hiroshima, a city where the quiet waters of the Oda River gracefully split into 7 distinct branches, cradling the urban heart like an ancient relic held in the palms of a protective hand. Rising in sharp, skeletal defiance against the sky is the Genbaku Dome. Its jagged iron framework and scorched brick walls stand entirely frozen in time, an immobile witness to the exact microsecond on August 6, 1945, when the course of human history changed forever. It is a heavy, sobering structure that forces a profound silence upon anyone who stands beneath its shadow. Yet, just across the riverbank in the Peace Park, a solitary flame has been burning uninterrupted since 1964. Nearby, the Sadako Memorial overflows with thousands of paper cranes brought by children from every corner of the world as a living symbol of rebirth. This incredible resilience is not confined to monuments. It pulses vibrantly through the modern streets, inside small, steam-filled restaurants where chefs prepare traditional layered okonomiyaki on burning hot griddles. This local dish, born out of the raw scarcity of a ruined landscape, is flipped with a precision that speaks of an unbroken culture that refused to surrender its identity to history. Further down the coast sits Nagasaki, a port city that presents an entirely different, complex historical paradox. Long before the dark day of August 9, 1945, Nagasaki was a rare gateway to cultural exchange, tucked away in an otherwise isolated nation. Along its steep, winding streets, centuries-old Catholic churches stand directly adjacent to Buddhist temples, while the country's only official Confucian shrine dominates the historic Chinese Quarter. In the 1500s, Portuguese traders introduced entirely new worldviews here, and when restrictions were later placed on the population, hidden Christians retreated into secret mountain villages to pray in silence, preserving their heritage from complete erasure. Today, its beautifully manicured Japanese gardens offer a quiet space to reflect on the rise and fall of global empires, proving that even when a city is pushed to the absolute edge of the world, its spirit can reinvent itself, leaving its millennial mystery fully intact. Our path ascends directly into the dark, perpetual mists of Nikko, an alpine sanctuary where the line between natural monuments and human spirits becomes entirely blurred. Out of the deep cedar canopy, elaborate gold leaf patterns and vibrant vermilion gates slowly reveal the Toshogu Mausoleum, the final resting place of the nation's most formidable shogun. Here, pristine mountain water serves as an active architect, cascading between cold volcanic rocks and flowing through the purification stone basins of temples. Wild monkeys look down from the ancient boughs, and golden eagles dominate the empty sky above, acting as silent sentinels over a sacred pass where earthly glory was carved directly into the living stone centuries ago. Deeper still within the vertical spine of the central mountains, we encounter Shirakawa-go, an isolated community that developed a survival strategy that completely defies logic. Cut off from the valleys by harsh terrain, the inhabitants constructed the iconic Gasho-zukuri houses. Their massive thatched roofs tilt sharply toward the clouds, like hands joined in prayer, built entirely without a single nail to withstand a brutal winter wilderness that drops 3 meters of snow. When spring breaks, the landscape transforms into an expanse of terraced fields where rice grows following ancestral methods. Descending toward the coastal plains, human ingenuity shifts from survival to defense at Himeji Castle, the grand fortress known as the White Heron. Dominating the skyline for over 400 years, its overlapping white structures appear to defy gravity as they rise above massive stone foundations. The builders designed this stronghold as a beautiful, deceptive trap. Having weathered samurai wars, bombings, and earthquakes, Himeji stands unconquered, a pristine time capsule of military refinement. Yet the ultimate paradox of isolation unfolds on the nearby outposts of the Seto Inland Sea. On Okunoshima, hundreds of wild rabbits hop freely across former military ground, transforming a heavy past into a living fairy tale. Not far away, on Aoshima, cats vastly outnumber humans, ruling an independent feline kingdom. These sanctuaries remind us that when human activities recede, the earth resets, leaving its millennial mystery intact. To understand this final mystery, we must travel from the sub-zero volcanic tundras of the far north down to the sun-drenched, isolated marine outposts of the subtropical south. Our final immersion begins on Hokkaido, a primitive northern realm where winter temperatures plunge to a brutal -40 degrees Celsius. Here, the capital of Sapporo thrives as a hyper-modern monument to resilience, engineered with vast networks of underground tunnels that allow human civilization to breathe comfortably beneath a freezing surface. Step beyond the city gates, and the untouched wilderness takes over. Heavy hot springs puncture the snow cover, creating steaming oases where red-furred macaques find refuge from the biting frost, entirely dependent on a subterranean volcanic furnace to survive the Arctic chill. This harsh northern geography mirrors the jagged walls of Nagano and the high Japanese Alps, rising over 3,000 meters into the sky, where mountain streams flow with pristine, ice-cold glacial meltwater, the only habitat pure enough to cultivate wild wasabi plants. Now, fly over 2,000 kilometers south, across the volatile fractures of the Ring of Fire, and the snow disappears completely, replaced by the immense turquoise sea of Okinawa and the Yaeyama Islands. Tucked away just 200 kilometers from Taiwan, outposts like Ishigaki feature an ocean so transparent you can see giant manta rays gliding through coral reefs 30 meters below. In these coastal villages, where mangrove forests shield ancient castle ruins from independent ancient kingdoms, we confront a striking paradox. This isolated frontier harbors the world's highest concentration of centenarians. Standing at this geographic crossroad, we realize that Japan's true magic lies in its capacity to constantly reinvent its future, while keeping its millennial mystery entirely intact. If you wish to continue with me through the world's most profound hidden corners, step into our community by subscribing to the channel. Until our paths cross again at the edge of the world, stay curious and keep seeking the truth behind the horizon.